when to set her teammates up.
Cardoso went and caught that one and caught herself a 2. What a play.
Imagine this. You're breaking records left and right, setting the WNBA on fire, then suddenly it all stops. That's the reality Angel Reese is facing right now. But what's next for this rookie sensation? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. There's a beast just waiting to be let loose while Chicago is still in shock over Reese's injury. Do you recall Camila Cardoso? She is going to prove to everyone why she is the true sensation among rookies. Here's the crucial query though. Is Cardoso up to the pressure of taking Reese's place in the spotlight? Now let's talk about the not so secret weapon of the sky, Camila Cardoso. It's her moment to shine. This gal has been putting up some major numbers all season.
Defensively.
Her career high is 36. She's done it a couple times. Cardoso swats that one away. Rebounds, taps it to Cardoso. Talk about IQ.
Each game, we're talking about 9.7 points and almost 8 rebounds. And here's the thing, she's shooting at an incredible 52.9%. That's outright dominance rather than merely good. Now that Reese is no longer involved, Cardoso is going to take the lead. Envision her in full control, dominating the paint and causing everyone to momentarily forget about Reese. She feels as though she has been given the keys to the kingdom by the basketball gods. The question is though, is she prepared for all of that attention? Who do you know believes she is? The analysts. Camila Cardoso is the real rookie star on this team, declared one of them emphatically. That alone deserves a lot of recognition, and Cardoso has the abilities to support it. It's not just talk, she can match the greatest players in the league, according to many who have regarded her as a powerful presence. But for a moment, let's be honest. For the entire season, Cardoso has been under Reese's shadow. Now that Reese is out of commission, it's her time to shine. She's not just moving up, believe me. She's going to devour the opposition. Consider it. The Sky has not been doing well lately. They need someone to make things better, and Cardoso could be the one to save them. The dynamics of the team could be drastically altered by her increased playing time. This is a completely different ball game.
Here's Reese, who takes a peek inside, finds Cardoso, some high-low action. Cardoso against
This is when the intriguing part comes in. Cardoso isn't merely covering for Reese. She has the opportunity to stamp her mark on this team. We might be in for a complete overhaul of the gameplay in the Sky. A coach's dream come true. Cardoso in the paint, controlling rebounds, scoring whenever he wants. I understand your thoughts at this point. Is it really possible for one player to have such a big impact? Yes, in the WNBA for sure. Particularly with a guy with Cardoso's level of talent. She has the ability to compete with the league's best players. That's based on her performance thus far, so it's not simply hype. The crucial query though is whether Cardoso is prepared for the limelight. Doing something while you're not noticed is one thing. With everyone looking at you, it's a completely different ball game.
Cardoso again, so difficult to stop.
Cardoso needs to show that she can take the pressure. Now, let's discuss the Chicago Sky's social media strategy. Warning, this situation is more chaotic than a rookie's first news conference. One would think that a professional basketball team would prioritize, winning games. But sadly, rather than competing on the court, the Sky are currently playing defense on Twitter. Take note of this. Caitlin Clark fan accounts have been blocked one after another. Come on, I mean. That would be like attempting to block an eye-stopping three-point shot. Not only is it trivial, but it's extremely embarrassing, especially in light of how badly the club has been playing lately. What's even funnier, you ask, this is giving the fans a field day. The Twitter account has more blocks than the team, said one of them, hitting the nail on the head. Hurt. What a slam dunk burn that would be. It was brought up by a different admirer who said, imagine that the Twitter account has more blocks than wins. You know you have issues when people are paying more attention to your social media approach than to your gameplay, really. Hold on, things get better. Simply put, some fans are referring to the Sky's account as next level ridiculous. Is it fair to hold them responsible? The Sky appear to be more focused with their number of followers than their score, even as other teams are out there planning and preparing. I'm not suggesting social media isn't significant, mind you. These days, it plays a significant role in fan interaction. However, there's a thin line separating fan interaction from, well, whatever. They appear to be vying for a title in pettiness. You have to ask yourself what the management of Sky is thinking. Do they genuinely care about winning Twitter wars more than playing actual games? Because, believe me when I say this, blocking fans won't raise your league ranks. The team's priorities are being really called into question by this entire issue. Something has to give, I suppose, when your social media manager is receiving more attention than your players. It appears as though they are engaged in an entirely distinct game, one in which unfollows and blocks are used to measure the scoring. The worst part though is that this social media drama may indicate that the Sky is losing more than just games. They seem to be losing their sense of purpose, their fans, and to be honest, common sense. A poor season on the court is one thing. Having a breakdown on the internet is a whole other level of failure. One must question how the team's morale is being affected by this. Consider yourself a player on the Sky at this very moment. You already have to cope with the stress of a challenging season. Now you have to worry about the antics of your squad on Twitter. Let's talk about needless anxiety, and not to be overlooked are the supporters. The sincere, devoted supporters who remain with their club in good times and bad. When their team is more focused on blocking accounts than getting better, how are they expected to feel? The folks who genuinely care about the success of the Sky are treated like fools. Imagine yourself as a rookie in the WNBA at this very moment. You're up against more than just other players. You're up against Caitlin Clark, a sensation. And believe me, there are other people feeling the pressure besides the fans. You won't believe the ramifications as the entire league tries to keep up. Everyone has been left behind by Caitlin Clark's recent rampage. We are discussing an act so outstanding that it has been called a murder's row. For the other rookies, that's not just impressive, it's terrifying. Consider this. While you're out there attempting to establish yourself, Clark is merely rewriting the record books with careless abandon. Here's when things get crazy though. There is a lot of discussion about how Angel Reese's injury may have been motivated to continue playing by the competitive Rookie of the Year contest. Can you picture the strain? It's similar like watching your rival breach the sound barrier while you're sprinting. I take it you would also push yourself to the edge. Not only is Clark's domination impacting certain players, but it's also causing a stir inside the league. Coaches are up at night worrying about game plans. Teams are frantically trying to figure out how to stop her and other rookies. The heat is upon them like nothing else. These days, keeping up isn't enough. It is a matter of surviving. Let's dissect it for a moment. Clark is doing more than simply hitting his targets. In the WNBA, she's even redefining what good looks like. Is this the new normal? Everyone wonders in light of that. Is rookie and superstar becoming synonymous terms in the near future? But the actual deal is this. There's more to this story than just Clark lighting up the scoreboard. Other rookies' physical strain is beginning to manifest. They're exerting more effort, extending their play, and doing whatever it takes to continue the discussion. You are aware of what occurs when one exerts excessive force. Accidents, exhaustion, the kind of things that have the potential to ruin an otherwise bright future before it ever begins. It appears as though this absurd armaments race has ensnared the entire league. When Clark sets the bar higher, everyone tries to meet it. Repeat after rinsing. But at what price? Rookies are playing with a level of energy that is often saved for the postseason, during their debut season. That's harmful in addition to being unsustainable. The key question now is whether Clark's skill is pushing other rookies too much, or if this is the new standard in the WNBA. Since, let's be honest, the game is changing. What was remarkable a week ago is now just Tuesday. However, we may be looking at a league where careers start off bright but quickly fade if this is the new norm. Consider it. Angel Reese's performance would have been the talk of the town in any other year. Left and right, double-double smashing records as if they were nothing. Even that degree of play, though, seems inadequate in the shadow of Clark's explosion. Under pressure like that, you may choose to disregard injuries, go past your comfort zone, and even make poor decisions down the road. But for a moment, let's be honest. It's not just about Clark here. She's just playing her game, doing what she does. The true concern here is how this new level of play is being received by the league, the teams, and the players themselves. Are we fostering conditions that are exclusive to superhumans? Where is mere excellence insufficient? Some WNBA teams are stepping up to take on the new challenges, while others are finding it difficult to stay competitive. The Chicago Sky's season appears to be as stable as a tornado-tossed house of cards. The shocking part is that perhaps this failure will serve as their catalyst for success. Let's dissect the current state of the Sky. They have lost 8 of their last 12 games, indicating a severe decline in form. That represents a complete collapse rather than merely a dip. Furthermore, things are not looking good for Chicago with Angel Reese out for the season. Hold on though, for there's yet more to this tale. Do you recall Camila Cardoso? She's about to make a major entrance into the spotlight. With Reese out of the picture, Cardoso has an opportunity to prove to everyone what a strong woman she is. The athlete in question has been averaging over 10 points and 8 rebounds every game. That's not just nice, it has the potential to be revolutionary. Can one player really turn things around for a struggling team? Is probably what's on your mind right now. Yes, in the WNBA for sure, particularly with a guy with Cardoso's level of talent. With increased playing time, she might completely change the Sky's game plan because she possesses the abilities to dominate in the paint. But for a moment, let's be honest, there is more to the Sky's issues than just one absent player. Both on and off the court, their recent performance has been a complete disaster. Nares, recall the controversy on social media that we already discussed? Yes, that's definitely not a sign of a well-oiled machine. What then is the strategy for the Sky? They must first put their heads back into the game. No more distractions, no more Twitter wars. It's time to put the important things first, winning games. They must then center Cardoso in the center of their plan. We're discussing reorganizing their offensive to capitalize on her advantages. Imagine this, Cardoso dominated rebounds in the paint and scored freely. It fulfills the dream of a coach. But Cardoso isn't the only issue. Everyone on the squad must step up. They need to play each game as though it's their last, tighten up on defense, and raise their shooting percentage, since it might as well be at this rate. Let's face it, this is the fascinating part. The difficulties facing the Sky can be a gift in disguise. A team may need to reach its lowest point in order to rise above the rest and become stronger than before. It makes you think things through, delve deep, and discover a fighting spirit you never knew you had. Not to be overlooked are the supporters, the sincere, devoted supporters who remain with their club in good times and bad. They have the potential to provide the Sky with the necessary impetus. Just picture the atmosphere in the arena as Cardoso begins to dominate. Support like that has the power to change a game, possibly even a season. So does the Chicago Sky have a chance? Indeed. Both the difficulty and the duration of the process are expected to be high. However, the Sky might surprise us all with Cardoso prepared to step up, a fresh emphasis on the game, and the backing of their supporters.